Hello and welcome. You're back here with Miss Libby Rose. Hello. And this is the second in a series of videos that I'm talking all about the Cricut machines. So in my last couple of videos, we were using the Cricut Maker. So that's this beautiful machine. And if you're using the Cricut Explore Air or the Air 2 or even the Cricut Maker, yeah, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see your projects, or I'd love to see you get started, or if you're more advanced, then I'd love to see that as well. So yeah, so I'm really having some fun using the Cricut Maker, especially with sewing projects, and we're going to get into that a little bit more on some further videos. But for now, I wanted to talk to you about machine number 2 that I've got. So this is the Cricut Easy Press. Now, it's an iron. Okay, so I thought I'd get that out the way first of all. It's an iron, but it's so much more than an iron. Just like the Cricut Maker, there is a lot more to this than just your everyday iron. Now, coming from a sewing background, it feels like it's really clunky to me, whereas I love a good steamer as well, and this one hasn't got steam on it. So there's all like a different way of thinking where I've had to really change my thought pattern, really, getting into using the Maker and using the Easy Press as well. But it's a great little heat machine iron, and here's why. So first of all, when you're opening up your Cricut Easy Press, you will find the machine. It has a little plastic sort of base underneath it, so that's where it's like a cradle, so it sits in there nicely, and you need to keep all of this together for safety as well. So I've got the back towards me, so that's where the lead's coming out of. And then we've got all of these buttons on the top here, which I'll get to in a second. But also what comes with it is a little calico or canvas bag that it goes into, plus your warranty and instructions. So we've got the Cricut Easy Press, well, this is called the Cricut Easy Press 2 apparently, so there we go. So I've got the Cricut Easy Press 2 instruction guide, and a little warranty as well. And then I've got this one here that says let's do this. Now this one is great because inside of here you've got some super easy instructions to create your first project. Now all that is no, it's amazing. What that entails is learning to turn it all on, get it ready, then using the calico or canvasy, it's like a thicker calico bag, you're going to put the Cricut symbol on in a glitter iron-on. So that's all ready for you, and it's in the Let's Do This packet. So it's all set. So all you're doing is just ironing it on and getting used to using this iron. Now, something else that I have separately from the Easy Press is this. So we've got, this is the Easy Press mat as well. Now it is an iron mat, an iron pad. You could buy this. Also, you could have like a travel iron mat, but this has got extra strength to it. Now some of you quilters might already have a sort of iron mat, or one that comes out the whole table with a grid on it and with all of your measurements and things. They're amazing as well. So there is a lot of options. But if you really want to get into using your Cricut Maker or whichever version of Cricut machine that you've got, I think this has been made specifically for our needs. So that's why I have got the mat as well, because I think it works quite well together. And it is sort of just the right size too. Anyway, I'm digressing as usual. So you've got your instructions, your welcome book, sorry. So that's all in there. And there are so many ideas and little how-tos in there that you can already go for. So you can get to that in a bit. But if you're just opening it all up, then you want to go to the Let's Do This packet. Get your calico bag, get your little Cricut symbol that's also in there, and these instructions. And these will get you started on using the heat press. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you a little bit because I did mine in advance of this. So I've got this backwards to me. So if I was using it, I would have it turned around and the lead away. Now, as dressmakers, we tend to like, well, I like to have something without a cord on there, you know, the irons that sit in, and then you're cordless with your iron, just so the iron doesn't get in your way. So another thing I'm having to get my head around is having a cord in there, but I'm fine, I'm over it. So it is, so do just be wary of where your lead is. So put that towards the back of your machine, have a nice clear space. Now I've got my heat mat ready. Now in advance, and it does tell you on the instructions here, now before working with anything, so before putting any iron on, you want to get rid of all of the creases first of all. So don't jump straight into putting your C on, or if you just want to jump straight into your first project, then that's fine as well. But if anything that you're putting on fabric, make sure it's crease free first of all. Now it's really important. I always I've done it, I've tried it other ways. I try and do things in a hurry sometimes, and next thing you've messed it up, and then you're having to restart all again. So, you know, it's a false economy. It's a bit annoying if you don't do these steps. So it does say it in here, I think it says it in all their instructions, to just heat up the fabric first of all, get rid of any creases, and actually it works nicer if it's a little bit warm as well. So I get my heat press ready. I've got my lead well away from me. I've got my mat all set, and I'm going to get rid of any creases. Now this, you don't need an iron as well. In my head, I thought that I would need my iron as well as the heat press as well as the maker, so I was trying to sort of work it all out with that, but actually no, you don't need your iron as well, which is lovely. So, you know, the less things we need, the better we can just crack on with. So when I am now at my beautiful Easy Press 2 machine, I have a look at the buttons at the top. First up, there's a power button. So the generic symbol for power at the top there, and I turn that on, making sure that it's all plugged in, obviously, in the leads at the back. So now I'm turned on. And then next to that at the top is a little thermometer symbol, and I'm going to press that one, and then I can go plus or minus on the other side. Here is plus and minus to make my temperature go up and down. Now you will have on your guide what temperature you should be using, and the Cricut, again, I will go back to the Cricut website, the Cricut YouTube channel. It's amazing. You can just find out anything that you need. I've been learning as I go as well. Some things I've learned from some of the Cricut team, but also I have been learning as I go, and it's fantastic. You can just look up, you know, I could just put into YouTube, what temperature do I use for a certain iron on vinyl, and straight away loads of different videos will come up, and the same in Google, and on the Cricut website as well, there is lots of information on there. So I press the temperature and I can go plus and minus. Now also, you will know how long you need to hold the heat onto it. So whether you're doing a vinyl transfer, whether we're doing, you know, some window transfers, or whatever you're doing yours with, then we will know about how long we want to keep the heat on for. Now I've been looking, I'm just going to jump ahead. but I've been looking at this sports flex at the moment as well. So it's like the vinyl, but it's for sports. So it will work with jersey and with sports fabrics, and also for my yoga mat. So I'm really starting to delve into that side, and I've ordered some lovely goodies from Cricut, so hopefully they'll arrive soon and I'll be able to chat to you more about using this sports flex and seeing how that works, seeing how that can work with jersey and on my yoga mat as well. So that's just jumped a bit forward, and that temperature would change for that, and also the time. Now the time that you would heat it, leave it down on, then you know I'd really need to research how long I'd need to, or even just play around with it, and how long that I'd want to leave it there so that it will stay nicely wash after wash. So I'm going to press this clock, and then again I can press the plus and minus on the side to make those seconds go up or down. Now once that is all set, and I've had it on, so you might have just heard a little boop boop before, and that was, again, we've got the Cricut logo button. Okay, so just like on the Maker, there's a Cricut logo button there, that means go. This little Cricut will say go as well. So once I've lifted, so it's got this lovely handle here, once I've lifted and onto my work, then I will press the Cricut, and then that will count down. So I'm on 15 seconds at the moment, and I'm going to hold that there, and I'm nearly at 1, and it's going to tell me. Okay, so it's nice little beep to say that I've just held that for 15 seconds on there. I was moving a little bit, I know. And there will be some that you will want to move ever so slightly because you don't want to just hold it there, but just check your instructions for that as well. And that is all the instructions on the machine. Okay, so it's really straightforward, but super powerful, lots of heat coming off of it, and great, you know, for these transfers. So I would suggest, if you're new to it, so if you're just trying everything out like I've been doing, then go for it. Go to the let's do this packet. Go step by step on the instructions there. Put the Cricut logo onto your bag, and now you've got a nice little bag for the Easy Press to go into as well. Get yourself one of the mats if you would like to. If you think that you're going to be, if you love it, like I'm really falling in love with it all as well, if you think that you're going to be using it, then I would just grab one of these mats as well. You can, other options, fluffy towel, so you could get, you know, as long as it had some oomph to it. You don't want to have a towel that hasn't got much strength to it. A big bath towel, you know, something with a bit of fluff to it. That folded up will do as well. But the thing I will say about using towels is watch your fabrics, because what I've found in fashion is, you know, when I'm in a hurry and I'm just like, oh, just put a towel on the table and let's just get going, you can get like the little sort of the markings from the towel into the fabric, so it sort of makes a little bit bumpy. And if you're putting a vinyl transfer on, you want it as flat and as hard as possible, so a nice flat hard space. But I just think for user friendly at your craft table, a nice little pad like that works well too. Okay, so I have talked a bit, probably longer than I should have done, about this, but I do hope that you will like it and want to start really delving into bigger projects with it. So nice handle. It isn't light, but it's not extremely heavy either. But I think the strength behind it gives it what you need for the heat as well. So again, I would absolutely love to see your projects, hear what you've been making. If you've got one of these, let me know how you're getting along with it. Any ups and downs, any little like things that you might have learned, and I could add that into my blog post as well. So happy crafting for now, and I will see you next time for doing a little project with this. Okay, I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.